Before we get into this trailer, let me tell you a little bit about Fear Hour. It's a 1v5 online horror game where one player takes control of a killer while 5 explorers work to complete their objectives and survive. The game is currently listed for 2027 on PC through Steam, with Quantum Media and Leslie Phillips listed as the developers. Let's take a look at the new trailer and break down some of the things that caught my attention. Alright, this is a pretty nice trailer, and one of the first things I want to talk about is the Butcher. We've seen this killer go through a few different stages of development, and this trailer gives us another good look at him both with and without his mask. The Butcher also looks really good during the chase sequences, and this is where his official description becomes important. The developers describe him as a killer who can cover distances faster than most killers, but who also can be weaker in combat. So if you're playing the Butcher, it looks like chasing down explorers could be one of your biggest advantages, while getting into a straight up fight could be more dangerous. That creates an interesting trade-off because you may have the speed to catch somebody, but you still have to be smart about when you actually commit to the attack. This may also be one of the killers that could potentially be bullied out of the 3 killers we know about so far. The environments are another area where I think Fear Hour is starting to look more interesting. There's some really nice detail in the areas shown throughout this trailer. From what we're seeing, I think these environments could put a major emphasis on the chase, while fences, windows, and other obstacles give explorers opportunities to create distance from the killer. The official Steam page confirms that the game will have different difficulty levels that will result in different objectives. I also expect weapons and useful items to be spread throughout the environments, but again, that's something we'll need to see more of before calling it confirmed. And finally, the gameplay mechanics shown in this trailer are probably the most important parts for me. We can see explorers jumping through windows and climbing over obstacles, which should make the chase gameplay much more dynamic. We also get a really cool launching attack by the Butcher. The game also continues to push the idea of trust your instincts, and I think that could become an important part of the overall gameplay. Whether you're a killer deciding when to pursue someone, or an explorer trying to complete objectives while avoiding danger. The Steam description confirms that explorers can defend themselves with brute force or choose to run away, while killers have different abilities and weaknesses. We also see things like doors being broken and some pretty brutal looking execution. And honestly, I'm curious whether the developers eventually add additional executions as DLC. That's speculation for now, but it would fit the type of customization we've seen in other asymmetrical horror games. Overall, I think Fear Hour is moving in a promising direction. What I like most is that the game appears to be sticking with basic cat and mouse formula that helped establish asymmetrical horror games in the first place, while giving both sides tools to move around the environment and make decisions during a chase. The Butcher already looks like an interesting killer because his speed appears to come with a combat weakness. Could become a part of how these matches play out. There's still a lot we don't know, but this trailer gives us more gameplay footage to judge the game by, instead of simply relying on concept art and announcements. Fear Hour is currently scheduled for 2027 on Steam. Remember to follow Fear Hour on his official channels to keep up with development, and if you're new here, welcome to Mr. Unleashed World.